morning and happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the Milk Cafe. So, I have just posted the juice of the day, and I want everybody to be mindful of the chat rules. Wait a minute. Excuse me. What am I doing? Taking notes. Spell out all numbers. Let's see. So, where's everybody? Are y'all sleeping? Y'all sleeping out on this Saturday? Did y'all decide to sleep in on this Saturday and not tell me? Ooh, look at that. Wow, this is not that hot. So I'm gonna wait a little bit, maybe about 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start talking about some of the things that I want to put uh, out today. Today is Saturday, October the 12th, and I want to talk about being prepared for the weekend. Be prepared for the weekend. A lot of times there's going to be parties and guests, and also do not be so rigid in your program that you cannot enjoy life. Like you should give yourself some slack for when there are special occasions. I'm writing as I speak. Enjoy life. Special occasions. Also, let me see. Make sure you create a stress-free zone. And by the way, my sign has been taken. It's missing. Because I tried to grab that before I went live and it came up missing. So make sure if you have something and it's not available to you, that you can either compromise or be able to make a new one. So I'm about to make a new sign because it's not the sign that really makes the difference. It's your mindset. So if you have a sign or if you have a method of doing something and something comes along and shakes things up, something that's unplanned, not predicted, be the kind of person that has a survival plan. So um, make a new sign, find a new sign, buy a new sign, get a new sign. So that's just what I wanted to say. Um, what did that sign say anyway? See, stress free zone. So even though I can't find my sign, I just made another sign for myself. Can't really see now. Oh, there we go. Stress free zone. I just made another one. But I'm gonna find I am going to find the other side because ain't nobody gonna sleep right in here until we do. Um, yeah, because I don't like that. But it looks like you guys are all sleeping in on Saturday. So if that's the case, I might not be able to go so early. So maybe I can come in a little bit later on Saturdays than I do Monday through Friday. Um, I'm eating a fruit cup that's not made with syrup, that's made with natural juices. It's early. And I got my coffee. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about was the juice of the day because that's the whole reason. But what I was saying is that it's a package deal. Like you can't juice and not be able to um, live a stress free life. So you can't be juicing and taking care of yourself internally, but suffering mentally. Because if your life is surrounded by stress, that's a mental strain, which causes strain on your entire body. But today's juice is beets, carrots, and pineapples. Because I have plans for the day, I won't be able to get the juice until later on today because that juice causes you to total cleansing. So whatever you had for that entire week will probably just release. So I am going to be having this juice later. So I'll be drinking lots and lots and lots of water. And I will be waiting until my latest appointment, I think, is about 3 in the afternoon. So I'll wait until all that's done and then I'll have the juice then. Um, Simply because I don't want to be out and about and have issues later looking back. So it's always nice when you can have interaction, but because y'all is sleeping in on this video, I'm just gonna go ahead and since I'm up at 4:17 officially in the AM where I am, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about today, and you guys can always come back and just sort of replay what the topics or the issues, not issues, but the topics of this day are, and just get an idea of what the juice of the day is. So, one of the things also that I like to do to make my zone a stress free zone is just letting people know what I'm doing. So, when you decide what program you want to be on, just don't be afraid to let people know what you're doing. And so if they can make a decision on whether or not they want to support you or not, and you can make a decision on whether or not you want to be in their company if they decide they don't want to support you on that. So because life is about give and take. And so let people know that you are creating a stress free zone for yourself. And you would recommend to them that they do the same thing so that when life is stressed or pressed, people will know that, you know what, this is my time to be quiet and not receive either. So let people know um, what you're doing. And most of the time, people will appreciate it. They'll appreciate what you're doing and stuff like that. I found a new coffee. It's called pecan something, but it tastes pretty good. Also, what was I saying? Let's see. So, because it's the weekend, a lot of stuff might be coming up for you. A lot of stuff that you know about, or maybe some things you don't know about. But just keep in mind that you don't want to be so rigid in your lifestyle that you can adjust. I don't want to say change, but adjust for a special occasion or something, that you have decided or the family has decided to go to. Like, for example, when I was having my 7-day cleanse, the family was going to the movies. While I didn't adjust because I didn't want all the butter filled popcorn and the candy and all that stuff that comes with that, I didn't adjust to that. But I made sure that I had something, or that when I placed an order at the counter, that it was something that I could have. So um, make sure that you keep those kinds of things in mind, and you want to keep stuff in your car. Like I have these that I keep in the car, and I don't just keep them for myself, but I keep them for the kids, because 9 times out of 10, when we're out and on the weekends and they get hungry, it's going to be a stop. So make sure that you let them know too, or whoever you with, know that we have snacks in the car, so that we don't have to be going through no drive-throughs and stuff like that. Be prepared. So let's see. What else? What did I want to talk about today? So lifestyle is just that. It's not a diet. So, diet is the food that you take in by definition. It's the program that you on, but you don't want to be on no diet that you trying to hurry up and lose a bunch of weight with. But if it's a lifestyle change, it's something that you have created for yourself that's practical, not um, something that you jump all into and then it's just not going to last. Some fad or uh, phase that the country might be going through at the time. So you want to make sure that it's a whole lifestyle change. It's something that you're going to be able to live with for life. That way, if it's weight loss you're trying to lose, it's more it's more likely to stay off if you want some kind of a practical program that doesn't include starvation or doesn't include something that you're actually harming your body with. So make sure that, because that's what's working for me. Well, I've already disclosed that being juicing is not a weight loss program for me, because if you're doing everything that you're supposed to do, or you consistent with things, the weight is going to fall off if that's what you're looking for. If you're an active person, or if you stay true to your what you put in your mouth, the weight is going to come off, and it's a whole journey in and of itself. Most people don't understand that it took a while. Probably most people like me, uh, the weight has been there for like years and years, like a lifetime. You've all your whole life you just been heavy and always wanted to make changes and adjust. So now all of a sudden you get on a program and you just want stuff to just start falling off. So just be practical in your expectations of yourself and others in your surrounding, because if you do that, then it'll be more likely to be a lifestyle change and not some kind of a fad that you just saw that somebody who got some testimony somewhere who isn't really gonna be on it next year, but a fad, some kind of a fad diet. Make sure you stay away from those kinds of stuff. So that's what's working for me. Have I been always on the program? Not so much, but I've been pretty true to it for years. I've been pretty true to making sure that I have my juice at least weekly, maybe not daily, but at least weekly. So um, it helps you. It really helps you to stay consistent, and it helps you to be able to say that this is a true lifestyle change, and that once you create um, a lifestyle that is consists of eating right, you will be able to change your environment somewhat, because you have to make sure that you have to make sure that your environment is conducive to what you're trying to do for yourself internally. So if you got chaos everywhere in your surroundings, the likelihood of you sticking to the new lifestyle change without truly changing your entire life is it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna be, it's not gonna work. So like I said, create a stress-free environment for yourself, create a practical diet that you can stick to, and make sure you let others know, so that if they want to make a decision to support you, they can. So, good morning, Melanie, the moderator. I've been talking to myself for a little bit, but I said the show must go on, and it has to. So, I've said quite a bit in probably about it's been 20 minutes, but on the replay, it won't look like I'm totally crazy and just waiting. So that's the good thing. But good morning. I was once again sleeping really, really good last night. So, but this is really important to me because it creates a community of support, and it also creates an environment where I want people to come in and meet each other, of course, but I also want people to come in and be able to say, yeah, this works for me, where maybe somebody else hadn't thought of that, and someone else hadn't, you know, created a situation for themselves that was healthy or conducive to a stress free environment. So that is what I was talking about. How's your morning going so far? Melanie, the moderator. Yeah. So, anyway, those are the things that I was talking about. I was supposed to go on yesterday, but Amazon messed me up. They messed up my order. I was supposed to go and do like a live cook demonstration, but I only got a couple of the items that I ordered from Amazon, and one of the other items that I ordered for the demo won't be here until Monday. So you cannot control everything, Tisa. Not shipping, not the garden, but you can plan on it, and that's the good thing. So, good morning. Um, I'm new to your channel. How are you this beautiful morning? I am doing good, Kat. I'm up early. Where I am, it's about almost 4:30 in the morning, and I feel really good. So, um, how about you? How are you doing? How's your Saturday? And where are you from? So, yeah, that's what I wanted to make sure that I just kind of let everybody know that this is, I want this to be an environment. It's public, of course, but just an environment where people could come in and be able to share ideas that are working for them. I'm doing well. I live in Tucson, Arizona. Oh, good. I'm happy to hear that. So yesterday or last night, I posted some audios and visuals of what my stress free zone looks like. And I hope that you guys are able to listen to them so that, you know, you can see just like kind of where I am. And people like listening to that kind of stuff because it helps you to get into a relaxed mode and a relaxed it creates this a vision of just being a relaxed in a relaxed zone. So and stress free zone. And so that's one of the things that I've done throughout the years is if I'm rushing and which is what my life has been like, just being from one end of this city to the other in 2.5 seconds, covering all kinds of ground with my vehicle. And so I make a point in my life to stop and just look at the sky or look at some natural thing and take pictures. My camera roll is full of pictures of my children, my husband, myself, and natural environment, the sky and the moon and the stars. So I just make it a point of making sure that I do that. Well, what's one of the ways that you've been able to create a stress free environment for yourself, if you don't mind sharing? Coffee can be stress free, and it just depends on how you make it, too. But so I have a few plans today. The first plan that comes every Saturday is we have cleaning, all family cleaning on Saturdays. But I gotta go take my little one to get some shoes, so I gotta do that today. And then I will be leaving to go on a disaster preparedness class. So I do the same thing. Kat says, I do the same thing. I stop, breathe in, and just look at all the beauty this world has to offer. Isn't that wonderful? Because everything you hear isn't all that great. And that could wreck your whole environment sometimes when you just listen. Not to say that you're not empathetic or you're not um, a caring person and that you don't want to listen to the news, but some of that stuff could really mess you up if you constantly inhaling the disasters of the world you could and not really sit down and take in what's going on as far as the beauty. You could really become hopeless. And so that's one of the things that has always been like, wait a minute, I got all this stuff going on in my life, and everybody's that's in my immediate surrounding has all these things going on in their lives, which is my problem as well. But I haven't, look at how beautiful the sky is. Look at how beautiful, even though this wind is wreaking havoc in this backyard, it created it has created a somewhat serene moment for me, and so that makes it a little bit easier to come in and inhale the juice that I might be holding. So, or it might give me a little bit of a better day. Um, and so with those pictures that I take about everything from my food to family and everything, I've been able to create videos quickly and edit them. I've been doing. She said, I already smashed the like button for the host. So I've been able to make sure that I don't create, or that I've been able to make sure that I can look back as well. That's what pictures and videos will do for you. You can look back on things because if you like me, which is somewhat normal. People will get in your face and they'll be like, "You never did this and you never do that and you never." Wait a minute, I got a whole camera roll full of memories. So I also like to hear beautiful symphony of all of God's creatures too. Birds, insects, and animals. Yes, those are very nice. Like I remember one day I was just running and getting the kids ready for school and stuff, and it was I think it was like this the week that spring started, and I kept hearing the birds like where my room is. It faces the backyard, and you can just hear like all these birds. So yet in the midst of all this chaos that was going on for me to get the kids ready and get them out to school on time, I remember just stopping and just listening to the birds. It was a lot of them out there, and they was just seemed like they was just singing. Like they had a whole melody going on out there. So I remember saying, just go sit down right there for a moment and let me sit down and relax for about 15 minutes. So that's what I did. Just kind of listen to the birds. Now you said insects. What do they sound like? Because I haven't listened to I see them, but I haven't been able to hear anything coming from the insects yet. That doesn't mean that I won't be able to, because I'm gonna start looking for insects and sounds and stuff like that. Just enjoying the beauty, like that hornworm that I took a picture of. Even though it was so scary for me, I just kept saying, "Look at how beautiful you are. You are just gorgeous." So that's good. I'm happy to hear that. It seems like most of the people that have come in here and have been of support for what's going on early in this AM has already discovered that they need to have a stress free zone. So I really appreciate that. I like that. And I like the fact that you guys are here on this Saturday morning. I guess most people decided to sleep in on it. So I really appreciate you coming. And if you missed the entire first part, don't be afraid to go back and uh, replay it. But thank you for coming, Melody, Melanie, the moderator, and Kat. I really appreciate the fact that you are here. Crickets, bees. What's that other one? They all make beautiful music, at least to me. Um, Churros. Yeah, you can hear the bees buzzing. Usually, if I'm in the garden, it's around my head. So my natural my natural tendency is just to get back. But crickets do sound very beautiful. I have little voices that I'm guiding on most days, so I haven't had time to sit down and listen to the crickets. Um, but I used to live in an area where the crickets were really loud, and it's not here though. And you couldn't uh, ignore them. And so I know what the crickets sound like and bees. Yeah, so that's good. But I am pushing it to be on here about, you know, 40 minutes. So if there's anything else that you guys would like to add. Melanie, did you hear the part where I said that my stress-free zone sign was missing? I had to find that sign today. I was so tore up about that. But I said, you got to be the kind of person where you can just come back and create one. I already done made another one. I'll hang these up all over the house until I find my sign. Shaking my head. But anyway, just be the kind of person that if if your sign to create a stress-free zone is missing, you can always create another one. So yeah, they probably did because they want to be stress-free, but they don't want me to be stress-free. Ain't that something? Like where you get that from? Yeah, they probably did. I don't know. But while we all cleaning, we gonna find it. We gonna find that sign. So like I said, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you guys being here. And it was awesome. But I'm going to spend about 5 minutes looking for my sign. And I'm going to probably hop back into bed because it's 4:41 in the morning here. I'm going to butcher that up. That's their name. But where I grew up, we call them chichuras. Okay. I'm gonna look it up. I probably already even know about it, but like I said, it's kind of early here, and it takes me some time to kind of catch up. I'm a little slow like that in the morning, so um, I probably even know. It's my pleasure being here. You have a very calming aura. Thank you. I do my best to make sure I keep this calm because I've been, you know, I think everybody has been to a place where that calm has left their soul. And I just don't like that. I just don't like being taken to that place. And so for the most part, I try to surround myself with things that helps to promote a healthy, calm aura because you have to make sure you do that for yourself. Are you juicing, Kat? Do you like to juice, or are you on a pretty healthy lifestyle? I could tell by the way you're talking that you at least recognize that you need a surrounding that fits at least a lifestyle that is calm and healthy. Do you Are you juicing or drinking smoothies or just eating healthy all around? Melanie, the moderator, did you get a juicer? Are you still thinking about juicing? It's quiet. If the crickets were here, I would hear them right now. So, what's everybody doing on this Saturday? Saturday day. I am still thinking about it. Okay, that's good. Not yet. That's good. Um, just checking to see. I know you said you were thinking about doing it. Yeah, that's always a good idea. And I gotta make sure when I go to get the boys some shoes that I get me a re-up on my vitamins because I'm getting low. So I gotta make sure that I get my vitamins, and I have to get one that is in a capsule or a gummy bear because I have issues with swallowing the big horse pills they like to make for vitamins. Choke to death on a vitamin trying to be healthy. That ain't good. I am happy, positive person that loves making people laugh and smile. That's good. That's really good. It's better than being a person that like to make people cry. So That's good. I kind of felt that way about you. You can tell when a person is by the way they speak. I can tell how they I want to say how they living. Hi Dan. Welcome to the Milk Cafe. Dan's Organic Food Forest Gardening. Hi. Good morning. So, um, I just been talking about living in a or creating a stress free zone for ourselves. Besides, you know, um, it's like when you decide to change your lifestyle, it's like a package deal. It's hard to change your diet, but still have a bunch of chaos going around in your immediate area, you know? So I believe that part of creating a part of doing a difference in your what you're drinking and eating every day is creating a healthy environment just for yourself. Because if you got the total package, like if it's a lifestyle, you're more likely to stick to it. You're more likely if you decide that, this is what I do in life, this is what I planned in life, I'm gonna stick to this. You're more likely to do that, and then pretty much like letting people know what you're doing, so that they can make a decision as to whether they want to be support you or not. So Kat says right now I'm on a hardcore antibiotic regimen, and my doctor told me to stop taking my vitamins. They interfere with the antibiotics. Yeah. So that's really important. I'm glad you said that because you want to make sure you talk to your doctor about whatever. You want to make sure you talk to your doctor about whatever you're doing so that you guys are on the right page. So I got to take the vitamins. Yeah, people and environments. That's another whole day and another whole topic. We could do that next week because well, we can do it today. If you got a lot of toxic people around your environment, it don't even have to be a lot, it could just be one. It could ruin the entire program that you have set up for yourself. Hi, Food Forest. Good morning. Hi, Mama Tried Homestead. So maybe I should just stay on a little bit longer. It took y'all are just probably rolling up, so getting out the bed. I was about to end the live, but I'm happy that you guys have come in to give me some more topics to talk about and to extend the stay. Just swinging in to say good morning before I get started with farm chores. Have a blessed day. Okay, Mama Tried. Mama Tried Homestead. One day I want to know about that name. Uh, I'd like to hear about. Um, Maybe I'll run you a playlist. I feel like I need to know more. The entire journey is just that, um, and that's what the gardening is doing for me. Uh, it is helping me to make sure that and it's off limits to everybody. Like everybody for a while wanted to be like, Mom, I want to help in your garden. And it's like, wait a minute, not right now, not on today. Um, Go do something else for right now. So just making sure that, people have to be in on it. Right? Where's my sign at? So been busy making wine. Okay, so we need to talk a little bit, Food Forest. What kind of wine are you trying? What kind of wine are you busy making? Uh, yeah. What kind of wine are you making? Food Forest. You got a lot of stuff going on over there, and you will have to share. You don't have to, but I mean, it would be okay if you decided to share the recipe or the how-to on how you do that. That's nice. Um, yeah. So that was all that I wanted to say to everybody today. If you didn't get a chance to, from grapes from the food forest and a wine press, are you gonna be uploading vids of it? Good morning, Vern. Welcome to the Milk Cafe. We've been talking about a lot of stuff. So we I was still talking about creating an environment for yourself that would support your journey. So um, I personally think, and it seems like there's quite a few of you in the chat today that believes that if you create a total environment for yourself, you're more likely a total environment of peace and stress free, that you're more likely to stick with the lifestyle. So that was today's topic. And um, I think that I was talking about making sure that you prepare, like when you get ready to go out, or if you, if you have children and they're riding along with you, and you might be going through, a mealtime, and you don't want to stop at McDonald's, or you don't want to stop at Jack in the Box or any of those places that you know won't support what you have going on. Make sure that you prepare it when you leave. That would also, help you. And because it's the weekend, I was also talking about how you shouldn't be so rigid in what you're doing that there's no flexibility in it. So if you get unexpected company, or if you get, if somebody decides to invite you somewhere at the last minute, that you have a plan. You, you when you look at a menu, you should be able to see from the menu something that might be okay with what you're doing. You don't want to always feel like, well, if I give in to this, this is gonna sabotage everything that I'm doing, and make you feel failed. So the old fashioned way, making the wine the old fashioned way with your feet. So Food Forest is gonna share with us how he is putting this wine together. That would be a very interesting video. So I'm gonna make sure that I staying positive and enjoying life. That's what it sounds like is going on over there. So I'm happy that you guys have stopped in to participate. That I felt like I was talking to myself at the beginning, but I'm glad that you guys came through to help out with this conversation. Hi, Destiny. Happy Saturday. Thank you for coming by. So we've just been talking about basically staying true to yourself, but not being so rigid that you forget to enjoy the pleasures of life. You forget to you don't want to do that, but you want to create an environment for yourself that is healthful. I always say healthful. Yeah, and that's where I want to be as well. Food Forest. I want to make sure that whatever program I decide to be on, it don't even have to be a program. Let's just say lifestyle. Whatever lifestyle that I decide is okay for myself, that it is it's gonna be something that I can stick with for life. Food Forest says beets and cucumbers work well, works together the best for juicing. I My daughter created this recipe that I'm having today, and it's really, really good. I'm not a beet lover. I just really love what beets do for the body, as far as what they're good for. So um, carrots combined with pineapple, you must try. It's a must try. Um, it's really, really good. It has a really good taste to it, and it makes it almost like, you're not even drinking beets in there at all. but it's really, really good. And I recommend it. And make sure that you're not out when you're drinking it because I have some things to do this day. I have not made the juice in the morning like I usually do. Yeah, they're good for circulation and they're just really healthy altogether for your blood. So, yeah, just make sure that if you decide to have beets, that you are home or close to a restroom because I had to find out about that the hard way. Um, Nobody told me. I was just getting beads, and I was like, I'm gonna overcome this thing that I have with beads because everybody was saying that beets are so healthy for you, and I have juice just about everything else except for beets. So I fortunately it was on a Saturday, and I had no plans but to clean the house. So uh, I was happy to be home that day. Beets help you digest your proteins. Beets have enzymes to crush plaque. Let's put this up here. Let's see. Beets have enzymes to crush plaque, so no heart attack or stroke. Beets, let's see what else beets doing. Beets help you digest your proteins. Just eat the beet raw. Okay. You like beets. I've been hearing a lot of people, and that's why when I was doing this last year, I wasn't on YouTube, but I was on Instagram regularly. Um, and everybody kept saying, Tisa, you got to try beets. And I was like, no, I don't. I don't have to try beets. There's enough fruits and vegetables on this earth that I don't have to do beets because they when I was little and because my grandmother loved beets and she always had them for some reason. I didn't do well with them. I didn't even like the smell of them. And so that's why I said that I really need to overcome this thing with this beets. Beets, carrots, and some ginger. Amazing. I'm going to try that. But have you tried the beets and the carrots with the pineapple? Try that. It's really, really good and it just tastes good. You may purchase powdered beets at co-ops. Okay. Um, a sick mind, Food Forest Permaculture says, a sick mind and a sick body will reject health. And so we don't want to be that way. We don't want to be rejecting anything that would be healthy for us. So that's why I'm up and that's why we're doing this. And I'm grateful that you guys are here so that we can talk about these things. I think it's a good forum to be able to come and share what's working for you because I'm not that person that's like, you need to be juicing. You have to be juicing. Juicing is what you need to be doing now. It's like, okay, if you come in here and you say, well, smoothies, making smoothies is working for me. Well, that's what's up. Smoothies are working for you. You're healthy and happy. I'm not going to tell you to change that. So, this is that environment. Beets are healthy. So, that's why I've decided that I need to have them in my life. Ginger, beets, and carrots are awesome. Yeah. So, that I might, so I like, I'm going to start off when I do juice. I'm gonna do the beets, the carrots, and the pineapples because they taste. It's a really good combination, and it tastes really good. So if you do try that, make sure you come back and let me know if you liked it or not. If you thought it was just as special as I did. Do you juice for all 3 meals? Only during the 7 days. At the beginning of the month, when I do the 7 day cleanse, I just juice. But after the seventh day, that eighth day officially, I I eat. And so I make sure that that day before the juice cleanse is over, I take a list into our local health food store, our local farmers market, and make sure that the foods that I eat after that are good and healthy, and that won't sabotage everything that I just did that first 7 days of the month. So I make sure that I do that. Like I've been posting the carrot, not the carrots, the we love cucumbers in this house as a whole. And so I'm always have a counter full of apples and a counter full of cucumbers. So I slice them up, and they like chips in here too. So I make sure that when they're eating their chips, that I have my cucumber chips, and I put all different kinds of things on them, seasonings on them to make sure that they're good and that I can come back to them. May I ask, is your normal diet a clean eating food? Yes, that's what I. That's the what I try to do. I try to eat mostly raw. I like to eat raw. I don't really like eating a bunch of cooked foods, but I will. Juicing is for targeting an illness. It could be for preventing, preventing an illness too. Food forest. So, because I have two parents that died from cancer, I went even harder on it. So, um, it could be a prevention as well. I'm not sure if that's what you're meaning to say, but smoothie is for maintenance. Um, that too. It depends on what you put in your smoothies. I think that if you have decided that smoothies is right for you, make sure that you are very intentional about what you are blending, because it's a lot of stuff that go into smoothies that aren't healthy. So make sure you're reading all your labels. If you decided to have a powder as a base, make sure you know exactly what's in that powder. I don't use powders as a base. I used to, but when you know better, you do better. So I don't use smoothie starters or stuff like that. Excuse me. I uploaded uh, my smoothie base, and today I'll be uploading a smoothie recipe to go with that base. So if you look into my playlists or my videos, you will see how I start my smoothies off, and then I add accordingly. I add like my fruits, and if I decide to add veggies, I'll add that um, to it. And if yeah, Food Forest says, wait, let me go back up. Okay, I can do that, but I am such a picky eater. Beets yuck. I used to think that beets were yucky, but after so many people kind of bombarded me with the fact that I was missing out on how healthy the beets are actually good for you, how much they do for the body. I said I had to get into that. I wanted to be in. So I bypassed that idea that beets are yucky. And if you try this recipe that I have for the day, let me go back up here. This is today's juice. This is what I'm having. Um, if you do that and you are not a person that is liking beets, this recipe will kind of change your mind, because you got the sugar from the carrots and the sugar from the pineapple, and then those combination of flavors are just so good. They just pop. It's like eating candy. It's like drinking candy. Um, Fruit, kale, flaxseed, stevia for my smoothie. When I was doing it, you have me thinking juicing. But you can have some good smoothies. You can have some really good smoothies. You just got to be careful what goes into it. Uh, do you add stuff like wheat germ, brewer's yeast, or anything that affect to your juices? No. Um, Sometimes when I'm doing the 7 day cleanse, I'll add some seasonings. Like I added when I get celery, I added a piece of jalapeno to it, and I added that tahine. That was really good. I was having some Mexican food cravings, and that just did it. So hemp seed, flax seed, chia seed, spirulina are great to add to smoothies. I have also added chia seeds to my smoothies. Chia seeds I really really like as well. And I've had Destiny. I've had all of that stuff in the house because my husband works out in the gym every day, 7 days a week. So I still make smoothies for him and I make smoothies for the children. I don't add all that stuff to theirs, but his smoothies I do. So I'm still, even though I'm not a smoothie drinker anymore, I used to be. That's how I started. I went hard. I was breastfeeding too, by the way. So my juicing and my smoothies had to be uh, good for, a breastfeeding mom. So I added a lot of stuff like oats to the smoothie because that helped promote breast milk. So and I was saving a lot. And then I'll tell you a couple of things that I was doing. So, you know, as my daughter got older, I was using her breast milk to make, or the breast milk to make smoothies for her. So, because she was used to it in her transition from, she didn't just go to cow's milk. So, um, I was saving it over and making smoothies for her as she grew. And it was good for her. But yeah, I haven't added, especially stevia. I stay away from sugar that isn't real. So you want to get into like a raw sugar, but do your research. Just don't take the stuff that we are saying for yourself. Make sure that you examine what you decide to do for yourself and make sure that whatever you decide to do is healthy for you. Like, we can't be the ones to say, you should do it this way, that way, or the other way. I can only tell you what's working for me, and anybody in the chat can only tell you what's working for them, and they can, spit some facts that they know. But the one thing that I would tell you is to do your own research and make sure that you talk to your doctor and make sure that you just lay everything out as far as what you'd like to do. Make sure you know if you have a reaction to something, because just because it's natural or doesn't mean that it's good for you. So I learned that too. So make sure that you don't get a reaction to somebody that was in here a few days ago was saying that they react badly to fruit. I think that what they were saying was basically that they were allergic to the fruit. I had to go back and reread that, and it sounded like they were had some food allergies to fruit. So take care, Green Organic Love. Fantastic to see you again. Okay, so have a happy Saturday, Food for us. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for stopping by the Milk Cafe. Happy beautiful weekend, everyone. Peace and one love. Thank you for coming by and having this conversation with us, Dan. I'm going to go ahead. We are about an hour in, and I really appreciate you guys participating in this live chat. Kat said, I had to pump my milk and then add it to my son's juice. Yep, I know all about breastfeeding and making sure that your child has a great start in life. So we did a lot of things with breast milk, and because I wanted to make sure. Fresh and sassy. Hi. Yes, you did. You caught me. I'm about to end the live, but you did. You caught me, and that's good. I'm happy that you made it. So I am about to end the live because no, you didn't miss it. You came right on time. But I'll be here every morning. It's 4 o'clock that I do my best to get up at 4 o'clock and come in here so we can all have a good start to the day. And so yeah, so thank you for coming in. Skyhawk 56. You're just getting in too. But come back again tomorrow in the morning. And it's gonna be the same time. It's gonna be 4 o'clock my time, and I'm in California, so that's Pacific Standard. And so yeah, but we've been having a pretty good conversation about environment and lifestyle, juicing, smoothies, and what's good and what's not. This is my juice for the day: beets, carrots, and pineapples. So I was just telling everybody that I am going to, because I have some things that I got to do this morning. I won't be drinking my juice until later this probably this evening because I got an appointment at 3 o'clock. And I don't know how long that's gonna last, but I won't be having that beats until later on today. But I'm so glad you're in Temecula, Skyhawk 56. You're not that far from me, so yeah, that's good. I eat beets every week. Yeah, I'm doing my best. I heard a lot of people say that they love beets. I don't love beets, but I'm happy that I have carved a place in my life for them. But I don't love beets. I can't say that. But I've heard and talked to quite a few people who say that they do love beets. But I'm so happy that you guys are loving on those beets like that. They just the look at them kind of just make me feel. But they do. I've made a place in my life for them. So went to sleep early, so I woke up at 4. Yep, that's the time that I go live every day until the last week of this year. I get quiet. I get real quiet. I like to assess the year, and I like to make new plans for the new year. So the last week of the year, I will not be having any lives, and we'll talk about that more as time goes by. Just what I like to do when I'm getting ready to end the year, so and start a new year. So I cannot stand tomatoes. Ooh, child, that is not my life story. I love me some tomatoes. I love me some tomatoes. I got like a whole bill for tomatoes, but I'm growing some in my yard and they look gorgeous. I've made some spaghetti sauce with green tomatoes. So I got a whole recipe for green tomato spaghetti sauce. And it came out really good. It tastes really good. I had to freeze some, but I'm going to can some next time. Hi, Tanya. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the Milk Cafe. But we are about to end, and have a happy Saturday, everybody. See you tomorrow.